to another Spartan Outdoors TV episode. Today I'm just doing a quick little overview and review of the Mossberg Patriot CERAKOTE version. This is not the Mossberg Patriot Predator, that's also CERAKOTE, but this is just a regular Mossberg Patriot with their factory stainless CERAKOTE color. Just some basic specs. This is a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's got a 22-inch fluted barrel. It's also got a fluted bolt. It's got a 2-position toggle safety, just forward and backward. Very simple, very easy to use, and it's not very loud. You can really just depress your thumb on it quietly in the woods. It's got this black polymer stock on it. Nothing fancy. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel expensive. It's just a really basic stock, nice and sturdy. It's got a little bit of stippling here on the fore end and by the trigger back here, just for some added grip. So this gun has an MSRP of like $440. I wouldn't pay that for it looking back. I paid $330 for it back in October of 2020. And for that price, I think it's a really, really excellent rifle. It comes with these Weaver style scope bases down here. There's no iron sights on the gun, but these Weavers are really, really solid. On top of that, I have mounted a Burris full field E1 4.5 to 14 power scope, and it's just been a really great combo for me this hunting season. So in terms of like the fit and finish, I think it's really solid for the price point. This comes, like I said, CERAKOTE from the factory. It's got 6 flutes in the barrel, as well as a recessed crown. Target crown at the end of the muzzle here. I'll throw in some pictures of that. What's CERAKOTE is the barrel, the receiver, and the bolt. So those all come CERAKOTE from the factory. Provides excellent, excellent weather protection. I've had this gun in the dirt, in the mud, in the rain. I've hunted everything with it so far, and literally just wipe it down at the end of the day with a rag or a clean cloth. I think a really interesting selling point to this gun is the Lba Trigger. It's Mossberg's patented lightning bolt action trigger. And so what it does is it prevents trigger creep and helps increase accuracy essentially. So the trigger will not engage until you depress this little lightning bolt, and it's literally got a carve out of a lightning bolt in it. And this prevents the sear from hitting the striker until it's depressed. And so you see we depress that slowly, trigger pull, and there's our trigger. I will say that it does feel a little bit cheap. The trigger does feel a little bit cheap, but I've had 0 problems with accuracy, 0 problems with shooting. I think it's just me getting used to the rifle, to be honest. So this trigger is adjustable anywhere from 2 to 7 pounds from the factory. I really doubt that it can get down to 2 pounds. I think it's set from the factory at 3.5 pounds, and that's perfect for me actually, so I haven't even had to change it. But yeah, so it gives you some leeway there. It's adjustable. In terms of the accuracy, at the range I was shooting 1 to 2 inch groups with this at 100 yards. My ammunition of choice for hunting is Hornady American Whitetail. These are 129 grain interlock bullets. And yeah, like I said, anywhere from 1 to 2 inches at 100 yards. You could probably even tighten up those groups if you're a better shooter. And in terms of like performance in the field, it's just been really excellent. The accuracy has been phenomenal. I've shot deer with this anywhere from 30 yards out to 220 yards plus. And yeah, it's just been an all-around really great performer in terms of a deer hunting rifle. Recoil is extremely minimal. Even with these 129 grains, you can even go lower. There's like 95 grain and 80 grain TSX rounds and VMAX rounds. And I think those would be really excellent like varmint, hog hunting rounds. But even the 129 grains or even 140 grain, it's very light in the 6.5 Creedmoor. Compared to like my 30-06 or my 300 Weatherby, this is really like shooting a daisy. Yeah, so this has been a great gun. I totally recommend picking one up if you can find it for the right price. And yeah, very impressed with this new offering, the Mossberg Patriot CERAKOTE stainless steel in 6.5 Creedmoor. Alright guys, well here's the first 5-shot group at 100 yards. Here's the casing just for reference. Looking at about an 1.5 inch group, maybe. Really solid for the first shooting out of the box here. Gonna adjust up and over, but yeah, it's feeling really solid. The trigger's not too bad at all. The lightning bolt action is working pretty good. It's feeling slightly cheap, but it's touching off nicely, and clearly the accuracy is showing. So really impressed with this first 5 shots. Shooting the Hornady American Whitetail 129 grain interlock bullet.